Welcome to Burning Metal. This is your host and Forge Master, Gmetal. Are you ready for this Forge of Heroes, people? Heroes. Mother-loving heroes. Let's start the Forge. Welcome to Burning Metal. Now we are in the Forge. The fire started. Now we are talking about heroes. Why heroes? That's the question. What makes a hero? Why is a hero a hero? All these things the Forge is so important for. The Forge has traits. What are traits of a hero? Can we describe the traits of a hero? We will. And how are they designed? What colors do they wear? Are they, heroes are really cool? And we all know them. But do we know them for real, though? Do we know why heroes are loved or not loved? Personally, the answer is no, because we keep on making trash heroes in more modern stories. But that's a other podcast entirely. In fact, Problem Modern Heroes, you should go check that out. Stories of heroes are very important. And why do we gravitate towards heroes? Why do we want to be with heroes and not with the villain? Why is the hero there? And what is the ultimate goal of the hero? The ultimate goal of a hero is to do the best he can. And we're going to talk about how complex that could get with a hero instead of just someone who's a villain who has goals, but you don't do it for yourself. So heroes are important, and we're about to put the grind to this blade. Time to cool the blade. Guys, superheroes. Batman, Superman. Both of them are real heroes. But what makes each one different, but what makes them both ideal heroes, right? Heroes are good, wholesome people. But not just wholesome and good in a traditional sense, but someone who's willing to stand up for everything you love. And why do you love it? That's up to you. So let me start off with Batman. Batman is a dark figure who comes from a crime-ridden city, right? He comes from a time where when his parents passed away, the mob took over. He became Batman. He took out the mob and cleaned up the city. But then more villains started coming because there's a dude in a bat suit out there doing justice. So, we got that. The thing about Batman being a good hero ultimately always stems to this. Batman loves his city and will do anything for his city to prosper. He'll put money into things. He'll make sure the police are less corrupt. He'll make sure everything is good. And he knows when not to overstep his boundaries. There's a big thing that Batman doesn't do. And that is kill. That is one of Batman's biggest criticisms and biggest hero traits. It's not killing. Batman doesn't kill for lots of reasons. But one of them is fear. Fear that if he goes overboard once, he might do it again. He might do it a third time. And then he might not be able to stop, right? That's one of his fears. Another big fear is he knows that people are already scared of him, as it is. And for Batman, he works with a certain level of fear. But if he starts acting like a vigilante who murders people and seems like he has no jurisdiction, then he's no longer just a vigilante hero. He potentially could become a terrorist or a threat to the security of Gotham. So in protecting the sanctity of Gotham, he does not kill. He lets the system do what they need to do. But him as a vigilante cannot kill. Because if he would to, it would ruin his whole mission to save Gotham. So, because there has to be public justice that saves Gotham. He's only there to save it from the shadows when the public cannot be saved. Now let's get into Superman. Now for Superman is a alien from another planet who comes from a whole different culture, raised as an American citizen, right? True American values, hard work, good morals, everything about Superman. Now, Superman, we all know him as a hero because he does the right thing. He does the right thing all the time. Public loves him. Not everyone, but enough people love him. He's super powerful, can take on any threat, and virtually is unbeatable. So what makes Superman a great superhero? Is it his power? Is it his poise? The truth about Superman is his value of not killing as well. Because Superman knows he could probably take over the planet in a matter of hours on his own, he needs the people of the world, America, everyone, to see him as a peacemaker and not as an aggressor. He chooses not to do certain things, such as killing, taking some kind of office, or anything like that, because he has enough power. And anything he does will be an unfair advantage compared to his opponent. So he acts as a defender, a deterrent to anything that would harm the Earth or Metropolis, and that is what makes Superman great. Knowing his limitations among others without putting fear into them. He puts hope. The hope he puts into them is why he is truly a hero. Time to grind. Time to grind the blade right now, guys. So a big thing about heroes is heroes need to be inspirational. If they're not inspirational, they don't inspire us in some kind of great light, some kind of great achievement, then they don't reach the actual point that they need to hit. Because doing one thing will never actually stop the problem. It's the inspiration of your act that is the greater achievement, the greater feat. If you can get people behind you and motivated to do good, a hero is supposed to get you to do that. You did the heavy lifting, they do the rest, right? You take on the load that they can take on, and they'll push what they can push. A hero is supposed to be the best of us, the ones we all look up to, the ones that inspire us to be the best we could be. If we can't fight, we help the innocent. If we can't help the innocent with money, we help them with food. We help them with shelter. Heroes are supposed to inspire us to do all these things outside of our own convictions. They're supposed to strengthen our great convictions we do have inside. And heroes are meant to do that. One way heroes do give out that sense of feeling is they follow their own sets of rules. Unwritten, of course. Just like in the last segment, I said Batman, Superman don't kill. There are other heroes who don't do other things. Flash also doesn't kill. But Flash doesn't show his identity. He's an everyday man, yes, but the fact that Flash doesn't do that is because he wants to protect the people he loves. So the Flash does what he does because he wants to protect his people. Also, if he gave away his secrets, then enemies would be able to get to him closer and reveal some of his more personal weaknesses that he has. And a hero cannot allow the personal flaws to get in the way of things. When you're a hero even unfairly, has to be a perfect person in the public's eyes. There can't be any weird flaws or any weird strain that we have. Imagine a celebrity. You loved a celebrity for so long up until you know his political beliefs, a personal favorite type of way of playing sports, if he's married or not married, if he has many girlfriends, things like that. Heroes' deeds are acted upon with secret identities so that those surface level things do not affect the way you view a hero and the way he helps the city improve itself. Another thing that heroes always do is they always think of others over themselves and their personal wants and needs. Their personal wants and needs come at that cost. They can't imagine, well, my girlfriend's in trouble and a whole bus full of people are in trouble. Unless you can save them both, you have to save that bus. Because a hero protects what matters, the most people. A hero has to be almost democratic in the sense that you have to go where most people can be saved, even at your own personal cost and sanity. So if you were a hero doing something, you would always have to save the most people, because that's what the most collateral can happen. Now, an easy way to dislike a hero, of course, right, is this. A hero is, in fact, a less complex character than a villain, a less likely to show mistakes, and when he does show a mistake, it's a lot easier to pinpoint his mistake and say that it's wrong because he stands for such high ideals. Kind of like how politics works. You say you're for the poor, and then one moment you buy yourself a nice car that costs $100,000, then you're no longer for the poor because you bought yourself an expensive car, the one thing you've always wanted in your life. Out of context, of course. Or if you truly did something wrong. But the point is, one thing can ruin a hero's thing. Unlike a supervillain, where all they have to do is win once. The hero only has to lose once to lose his credibility. And that is the real truth of superheroes. As they're such on a pedestal, such on this like glass pedestal, that you throw any rock at it and people see the cracks, it shatters. And the hero has to build himself up again so people can trust him or her again. Because that is what a hero does, protects citizens. And if citizens don't trust you, then you're just a criminal. Let's test the fires. Now, to harden the blade a little bit, we gotta talk about why heroes need to be able to live with sacrifice. Heroes need to live with sacrifice because you won't always win the battle. Even if it's not a personal love, then you just lose one person. Heroes need to maintain a high positive attitude, not only for themselves, but to inspire, just like our Superman does, faith in oneself, and others can believe in you once you believe in yourself. Heroes are it's a very delicate thing, right? The hero must always be ready at a drop of a hat to sacrifice his life, his love life, his personal life, everything about it. It's like being a police officer or an army vet. Only difference is you're making the personal choice, in comics of course, or in fiction, to be this hero. And can you be this hero without this extra backing? Being a hero is a very delicate thing, and is a very, very hard thing to do. Because all that sacrifice and all of that risk-taking takes its toll on each and every hero. The important thing is that you keep up while you'd want to be helping people to begin with. And a big thing about fictional comic book superheroes or anime superheroes or any protagonist in any story in real is the call to action. Your call to action could be getting powers, could be losing someone, could be looking for an adventure of any kind. That's your call to action. And eventually, you'll face challenges. And in facing challenges, you either find a mentor to help you, or your mentor will be the challenge itself. And a big thing is the change over time of a hero, where a hero could start off selfish, but become selfless. Or in any other way, could learn the value of why being selfless is important. And heroes need to learn values. A hero's never just is what they are. They have to learn to become who they are. They've shown it with Batman. Well, Batman starts off as just an angry person who's trying to stop the city from breaking, and he slowly becomes the wise man he is. In comparison, you have Superman, who starts off as a cocky young brass hero, and essentially starts growing wiser to his powers. And that is something very important for a hero to understand, right? And you gotta understand, restraint for heroes is important. The restraint they all show is what makes them real heroes, in comparison to a vigilante, an anti-hero, or a villain. All these other forms lose their restraint, but, heroes don't. Heroes do not lose their restraint, because they know the importance of it. Forger's Last Stand. Heroes are expected to be the best of us. And to be the best of us, we cannot give in to our self-indulgences or self-pity. We cannot look down on ourselves or look so highly on ourselves that we're better than everyone else. Heroes need to move mountains, figuratively and literally sometimes. Being a hero takes courage. It takes not just physical and mental courage, but it takes emotional courage to put yourself out there for people that may not put themselves out there for you. The love for heroes is only because people look up to you, right? And that can break at any singular moment, any time. There's a pedestal, but that pedestal is made of glass. And any rock can destroy that pedestal. And being a hero is understanding whether you're on that pedestal or not, you must live up to the highest standards of your mind that you can live up to. If you're the best of the best, you have to act like the best of the best. And heroes are important because of that. We get to imagine what we could be than what we are currently. We have to push our limits. Final burn. Now for Gmetal, what does it have to mean to be a hero, right? Being a hero is something really special. It's pretty much saying, I am willing to sacrifice everything I love to protect others. Right? Superman, Batman, all these heroes, Wonder Woman, Iron Man, Captain America, they're risking not just their lives, livelihood and lives, but the personal time, the loves, the enjoyments they have. Heroes essentially put their lives on hold for others to be better. And being a hero doesn't mean you fight crime, it doesn't mean you do anything. It just means you affect change wherever you're at. And you're willing to take a sacrifice. You can see anyone do it. Being a hero is its own thing. And in fiction, they inspire us to be the best we can be. They inspire us not just without failing, but they inspire us to be the best we want to be. Like working out. All these heroes are in shape. It is a very big inspiration for me to work out and look like that. I haven't yet. I'm going to. But we'll get there. Not only that, but following your passions. These heroes follow their passions and protecting others. You carry that same velocity that Captain America or Superman or Batman have in protecting what they love into your passions. Not only will you succeed, but you follow all that and you're willing to sacrifice for that, you will do it. Being a hero isn't always a blatant superhero thing, right? Gmetal understands heroes come in many shapes and sizes. Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, just name any superhero, they push and push and push and they get what they want with the regulations they put on themselves. And understanding that for others to look up to them, they need to live a certain example. Superheroes show us the example we're supposed to be in a world where we could be the best we can be. And it's an amazing view of what heroes can be. Alright guys, thank you for coming to the podcast, the Gmetal podcast. The sword is finished and I'm so happy all of you got to be in it. It is awesome. If you guys have any ideas you want me to talk about, go to my socials, they're in the description. And I appreciate anyone who does give me feedback. Only thing left else to say is stay metal.